Okay, so for today, well actually for this entire week, we are going to be working on our final city. Now with that, I'm going to demonstrate on a day-to-day basis some different things that you can do in addition to just putting up some buildings and roads and windows and doors. I'm going to demonstrate one to two things every day, and looking at what people have done in the past that have had some wanting to replicate cities, some things, features they want to have in their finals, would be making a rooftop and having a building attached to another building. So I'm going to do this in two videos, and in this video I'm going to do it in two-point perspective, and on the other video I will do the exact same things but in one-point perspective, so that I'm not confusing anybody that is not doing both. Alright, so first I'm going to make a building right over here so that we can attach it. So for this, I'm going to say that this building is going to stop right about there. I made a light line. I'm lining up my other road so I kind of know where it's going to go to. So in this space right here, I'm going to make a building that goes up. I need to stay within my two vanishing points. I'm going to cross this a little bit more. Find where my vanishing point 1 is, scooch my ruler in. I'm going to make this guy tall. I'm going to have him go all the way to the street. And then once again, I'm going to have him go up in the sky. Now this whole side right here is going to the right. So it cuts down sharp like that. Now when you have something crazy close to a vanishing point, then it's going to have a ridiculously sharp angle because you're not seeing much of that side of the building. And then we're going to try to go parallel down, matching up that space, and then we erase any scrap. Erase all this nonsense that's in the building to not confuse you. Okay, so to be able to attach these two buildings, let me zoom in a little bit more. We're going to first pretty much make a road that is just in the sky. Now I'm going to say the right, how about we go with spacing, let's say lined up with those two lines in the window. Getting match it up. I'm going to make a mark, find another location to make a mark, and I'm just using that window as a reference to match up. So I want to take those two dots and draw across until I stop and hit the other building. It does not matter where you have attaching two buildings at. If it's below the horizon line, then you're going to be making the roof, which is what I like doing. I like drawing the rooftop of a skywalk. So now that I have pretty much that, what I was saying, road made, now I just need to make the rooftop going, showing the depth of it. So I'm going to line up my pencil on the vanishing point on the left side. I'm going to make this so it's the entire depth of the building. Once I get to the end of the building, erase that little vertical chunk and put your pencil there. Go to the opposite vanishing point and create another line. So I have that completely finished. This is the rooftop of the skywalk, and then here's the skywalk. Now if you wanted to make, some skywalks are glass and clear, so I'm going to make this as if it was glass and clear, so showing the depth of the building there, and then lining up and going across. And so that would be, I guess we would keep that line there because that would make it a clear skywalk. Now I'm going to add some railing in a couple spots. And you would not see anything within the railing though, so go back and clean that stuff up. If I want, I could piggyback and do railing on the back half, line these railings up and go back and do all that. For time reasons, I'm going to not do that. So anyway, that is your skywalk for that. Now to be able to make a rooftop. Now a rooftop, there's two ways of doing rooftops. I would strongly recommend focusing on doing a pointed rooftop, but I'm going to show a pointed rooftop and then I'm going to show a staircase rooftop. So with doing a staircase rooftop, I'm going to use building number 8 over here, and you just go from your outer corners of your building and you make a light line going up, and then from the middle as well. The middle, we're going to go straight up. So that is going to be the tallest and just easy. Now, if you're on the right side, you just draw a line going and stopping at the middle line. We make another vertical line going up, and then we draw to the middle line, and you just keep doing that for as many times as you want to go, making it go in and in and in. These tend to be, I love them if you can incorporate them in a city, but these tend to be a little tricky for people because doing the staircase, people tend to tip these lines at an angle, but not saying you can't try to do it. Just make sure that you really focus on making your lines parallel, working your way up. So now doing the flip side, I just need to make sure to make my parallel line going up, match up to my left vanishing point, line up to the center, and then draw across. Need to extend this one up a little bit more. I'm going to draw the vanishing point first, the angled ray line to the vanishing point rather, and then go straight down. And then the center, so this is kind of like the Chrysler building, that it pyramids up, or angles up, staircases up, has an antenna on top, but you could make the antenna have a little depth to it. So left side, left vanishing point, right side, right vanishing point, copy paste, boom, you're done. Okay, so that's how you would be making a staircased roof. Now, let's do a pointed roof for this building right here. All we're going to do, and I'm going to just draw it right up here lightly. The roof, let's say this is aerial view of this roof right here. So you're a helicopter, you're in a helicopter, you're flying directly over top of it, that's what you see. Well, to be able to find the center, to be able to make a pointed roof, you just make a dot in the middle, you crisscross really, and there's going to be a dot in the middle. Well, for this, it's not always going to just be like, okay, that's the spot. What you need to do is make that crisscross. You need to make that roof and find where it intersects to be able to do it. So we're kind of making building number 1. We're making that rooftop and making an X right cutting through the top of it. So I'm going to go on the far left side. I'm going to go to the right vanishing point and draw a line. So that line right there is part of our roof. I'm going to go to the left vanishing point now. Line up to the right side, cross through. So this chunk right here is our roof. So now I'm going to go opposites and make an X, and it's going to be a very shallow, sharp X because this is very close to the horizon line. So where these two intersect, that dot, I go up from there, and that is direct center. You figure out how tall you want that to be, and from that location you come down to each of your corners. I'm going to erase all this stuff before I incorporate that addition. Draw down, draw down, draw down to your corners, and then you have your rooftop. So I love doing these because it's so much fun to be able to get these pointed roofs from all different angles. It does not look well though if you just like eyeball it and say I'm going to go from right there. You need to make sure to make that box up top by crisscrossing the corners to the opposite vanishing points and then making an X in the middle. If you make the X in the middle, the bullseye, the dot, that's where you come straight up and then connect the corners. Okay, so this is all I'm teaching for today with 2-point perspective rooftops and skywalks. But tune in to watch other videos that will throughout the week to incorporate additional things to your city. If you have started creating your final city, I would suggest that you just start off with making your road and then throwing in your sidewalk and then starting to make the skeleton outline of where your buildings are. But I would not get too far in advance and make all the other stuff yet. All right, have a great day.